Alright, it's Schmigbob time. We just got out of here where we obtained the master override that we need to finally put an end to Hades. And, yeah. But before we do that, we have some new data points. So, let's get the lore.
I traveled far to find you. I heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it?
Entity is not known.
I'm called Silence, and you are. I don't think you'd have called out if it wasn't something you wanted. You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name?
Hades.
You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine?
Define timeline.
Time? Ah. It is the 13th king of the Carja Sanctum's reign.
Define Karja.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by the ancients? I wonder how long you waited here, buried, until I chanced upon you. How long you'd have to wait for another. You're obviously very powerful, but you're not going to get anywhere without me.
Titan flame merely houses intellect. Define Karja.
Now that's more like it. They're coming.
Preparations are complete.
Ah, Lucent Bahamas. Behold, as I promised you. What?
Manner of great machine is this? I've never seen such a thing. Stay! Stay your ground, Karja in shadow.
Incorrect. Bow before the buried shadow.
The buried shadow, I don't understand.
Did Ahriman understand the Glinthawk that perched upon the alight?
It speaks scripture.
Ahriman followed the shadow cast from the spire.
To the mesa where Holy Meridian was founded.
You will follow the shadow once more.
I am a righteous man, chosen of the sun. But in times of need, the powers of shadow can accomplish what the sun alone cannot. Will you return to us what is ours, O Shadow of Prophecy?
An army is required. Obey, and Meridian is yours.
Of our obedience you can be certain.
Damn.
Task is complete.
Yes. The Focus Network is active, built to your specifications. Check it yourself if you must. I'll wait. But I remind you of the reward you've been withholding. Quantum processing.
Data has been compiled. Volume too great for transfer.
How inconvenient for me.
Come before me. You shall receive your reward.
Very well.
Helis. Threat detected inside Eclipse.
Speak its name, O Shadow, and it will die.
You will eliminate this one. Silence.
Silence. Yes. A truth whispered at night is seen in the day. He was never one of us. It will be done.
Brutal. Just like that. Neat. Ooh, speaking of that. Oh, I see. So now it's just my new spear. Nice. Alright then.
I have to tell Avad that the Eclipse are ready to strike. After what happened with Dervahl, I know he'll defend the city. Or the Spire.
Okay, that wasn't too bad. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo, hmm? Special Gaia Prime site. Construction's well underway. Reactor installed. Starship bridges on those cheesy old sci-fi vids. Fantastic. Never to steal or not that it's Elysium sounds much better. Spent last week at the Bryce site designing ZD product labs, drawing up protocols. The base for repurposing was huge. Plenty of room for workspaces and residence blocks. The work crew's already set up my office lab. Not a fan of the glass wall. Guess Mary's intention was to ensconce me as all-seeing presence. Ugh, opposite effect. Makes me feel watched on display. Tempted to paint it over. Harry's recorded his presentation yesterday, soon to be bleak, scheduled to record mine Friday. As soon as reception lounge, Hollow Theater's first residence block at ZD site are finished, we'll start processing the candidates being held outside Tucson, 27 already. Extraction teams show prioritizing pack rim and Aussie candidates. Oh, okay. How scared and confused they must be, snatched off the street, carted across the world, held in cells. Here's hoping they understand once they see the big picture. Catch a few hours of sleep here and then fly back to the ZD site. Harry's promised delivery of QB lattices by noon. Expect Mach 1 will take 2 weeks to machine, assemble, and test. I aim to launch Gaia at 0.6T grounding. Huh. From there I'll spin her up past 10T. Wonder how long it'll take to break the record. MIA can go hang. Sleep. Huh. Okay then. Not sure what unit of measurement she was referring, but must have been monumental. Alright, can I fast travel from here? I believe I can. Sick. See, I gotta go to the palace. Let's fast travel to that campfire and then we'll save. For the sake of all of our sanity. Uncover map areas and discover machine sites. Ooh. So cool.
Cold. Can't let myself stiffen up.
Indeed. Oh, that's right. We want to save, because it's been a minute. Yay. Alright. Now we can back to it. Yeah, I got my potions, so that's about all I'm really worried about. Run.
Keeping my eyes open.
Run. Run, run, run.
Look to me for help.
Whoop. Yeah, that works. Glad I did all the stuff in the hunting lodge.
Watch out for the Oseram merchants.
Don't have to do anything there ever again. Go talk to Avad and be like, dude, bro. Bruh.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it.
Uh-huh.
They'll bring a mind with them. God, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it.
Uh-huh.
It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Eren knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the City Guard fortify the Western Ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused.
Uh-huh.
If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Oh boy.
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival.
It took an outlet.
Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge defenses and at the Spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the City Guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the Spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the Spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Huh, cool. Ooh, I can review defenses and another journal entry. Since Men in Blair flew out last night to oversee installation of central armature on the Master Override. You're welcome, Ted, which is completed by 4:30. So I decided to grab a few hours of sleep before heading back to the ZD. Called Gaia before I bedded down, ostensibly to update her on the site plan. But the truth is, I missed her. I've developed a habit of speaking to her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. Nah. Woke to a message from Oswald. The Odyssey launched yesterday, so terrestrial life's chance of survival has doubled. Why then do I feel so uneasy? I just keep wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. And I worry about that alpha build of Apollo. So much knowledge, so few restraints, and no fail-safes. How will they avoid repeating our mistakes? What's to stop them from playing God? Forwarded the Odyssey message to the Alphas. Now Till replied in less than a minute with a poem, of course. The Building of the Ship by Longfellow, and it's long, alright. I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship rather than building one. This stanza, or couplet, or whatever, leapt out at me. Humanity, with all its fears, with all its hopes for future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to ZD. Guess I should stop by Nauch's lab and check on Demeter's progress too. If I can get out there without a volume of Tennyson pressed in my hands, I'll count myself lucky. Till next time. Okay then. Oh, cool. I can. Sorta. You're so fast traveling. This one first. Whew. Blah, 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 blah. Gotta make sure. Anyway. Training dummy.
You're going down.
Nice. Alright. Oh. Yep. I see. I talked to you.
Petra. Here she is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Murad asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Osram, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges. So I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. The target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did.
Talk to you again, or do I have to shoot stuff?
Try me now.
It is nice and wide. No need to aim like a bow.
Okay, so that's the only target they got up there. Oh, there's another one over there.
Yours is good. Try the next.
Man, that feels good though. So it's those two. Where's the next one? Is it like further out? Oh, I see. It's the one I already knocked over. Oops.
See? That'll knock a machine on its ass, ancient or no. With these, I think we could hold off an army.
You know that I appreciate your help, Petra. This battle, I don't know what's gonna happen.
We'll see each other again, I know it. Next time could be the time I'll convince you to stick with the free heap.
Petra, you know
I do. Always had a weakness for restless girls, though.
Aw. You too.
Have you just polished that armor, Buvit?
Of course. Aloy. I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry. I'll leave that to the other Nor at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Damn right.
Praise the sun. The spies have released Prince Itaman from Sunfall.
Damn. Right. Ooh, another journal entry. Halloween. Travis came by trick-or-treating dressed up like me. Ooh. Should have seen that coming. Gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out. But not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza which he organized for ZD staff. Seriously, as though there isn't enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out here to G Prime for final inspections with Harriers and the President's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. Ugh. Though I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, I'll let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Harry stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing on the strategic situation. Basically, we have entered the terminal phase. As the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough, another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and West African Civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. Yeesh. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, and it comes to this. In advanced elements of the Pacific storms are already skirmishing with units on the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projection shows we can still finish in time, but the margin error is give or take 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plane breaks ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I won't let that happen. Enough writing. I need to get back to Zero Dawn. Yeesh. Things were looking bleak for him. And I have to run on foot to get there. Yeesh. Yeah, well, there's worse things.
Spies have released Prince Itaman from Sunfall.
Mostly just want to check it out. Ooh, another file. Yes, please. Oh, this one I already read. Yeah. Try and present it as it was new. God. The audacity. I go up these steps. Hello, person. Oh, it's even raining, just to add to the ominous mood. Oh boy. So go over here. Hi, Varl. What's up?
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called Anointed either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time.
Aww.
And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
No worries, dudes. I'm guessing this is where his mother is at.
So who are these guys?
They call themselves the Eclipse.
What does that even mean?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Carja. Carja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Carja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys just like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
And let's not get cocky, boys.
Nice. I'm glad Aaron has his head on straight.
Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit him like a hammer till he can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian.
Nice.
And we're here for you.
Thank you, Aaron. Ursa would be proud.
Well, only if we win.
Pretty sure you guys are gonna win. Ooh, I think that's a new one. It is. Neat. Such a close thing. It's been, what, 43 hours since Harry's warned me, said collapse of the eastern line was imminent. Swords launched some kind of pincer maneuver versus the Wichita salient. 5 or 6 days more, and I think Gaia could have launched with our help. I really do. Had to scramble. ZD became a madhouse. Absolute bedlam. Every team rushing to stabilize code, lock it down as Gammas got evacuated, then Betas. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the Alphas together to give them the bad news. Felt like I was going to throw up. But they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests to run, kinks to smooth, work to do. So they accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here, testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Because that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to my office. So here we are, setting up Gaia Prime. And yeah, such a close thing. Makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on coincidence. Yeesh. If I had never proposed the Lightkeeper protocol, there would never have been the living space constructed here. If I had abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems never would have been installed. If, at least we wouldn't have to endure creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed at the cradle sites, so it's not even possible. For which I'm glad. I really, really don't want to spend time around a young Travis Tate raised by Travis Tate. No, it'll be up to us to perfect Gaia, one generation only. Update. That was General Harry's. The Salient's collapse. USRC expects to be over in 2 days, which gives us 72 hours. Best to lock down and seal up. Buried alive for life's sake. I'll go tell the others. Wow. So they just had to go seal themselves up in their own tomb, basically.
Taller than the highest tree.
These cards are in their frilled armor look like turkeys.
But there are so many. And now we are so few.
They are not our foe. Not this time.
Quiet now. She comes.
The Anointed.
War Chief Sona.
Hola.
War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
Nice. Good to know she's as feisty as ever, and definitely not going to take no for an answer. So, you know, pretty awesome, I'd say. Alright. Let's take care of one last thing then before this big battle. Let's go get ourselves a new set of armor. Because I say, hell yeah. Well, now that I think about it, even if I had gotten that power cell super early on in the game, I still wouldn't have been able to get the thing until pretty much now. And I should have guessed it would have been in something you could get that end game. But now, I refuse to believe. I guess it is what it is. Alright. That's the same one I read, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Yep. Alright. Carefully go here and work our way down. There we go. A little weird, but whatever. Sweet. Oh, that's right, I gotta go around.
Those clamps have the armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism, release the clamps. Only 2 more. Just 1 more.
Dang, such a loud sound.
There we go, the last one. All powered up. Now to get the dials in position. There must be some base numbers. They must be related to segments of a circle.
Let's see. 90. Let's see, 270. So where would that be? Because 90 would be that, right? So that would have to be there. 360. Be up. So 450. It's another 90. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's yeah, maybe it's that. Okay. Clockwise. 630. This would be another 120. No, it'd be another 220. Yeah, so let's assume 90 is for every turn. So another 90 would make it 540. Another 90 would make it 630. So it's 270. Oh, this one was 360. And 450. Counterclockwise.
Did it. Let's have a look at that armor inside. Alright. Now let's see what we can do with this material.
Ooh. Nice. And this comes as an outfit. Sick. Ooh. Neat. It's clunky though. Alright, well. Maybe I'll use that later. For now. Now I gotta climb my way out of this here stinky cave. Whew. Alright, finally did it. Alright. I'll go all the way back here. Woo! God dang. The Shadow Realmcaster. That's so cool. Such wonderful loading times. Gotta love it. Indeed. Alright. Well, it's one here, because the final battle's gonna be big, of course. So, I'll see y'all then. Schmick Bob out.